Welcome back to Defenders of the Last Stand. We're trying to build the Lightning of the Ancients. We are on to Frank's turn. Frank is over here at the Atomic Plant. There are no raiders here or monstrosities, so he can do a scavenge action on that token. But the first thing we're going to do, we're going to zoom down. He's got 7 actions, of course. We'll take a look at his player area. We'll take quickly a look at his cards. He has a lot of cards. He, of course, has lots of grenade cards. He has 2 double-crossed gun symbol cards, which we can sabotage one of the leaders with. He has the radiation card, which he might need to use if he ever ends his turn. The radiation space, because he keeps failing it, even though he rolls 4 dice. So that's what he has. He has a lot of cards. So I think we might spend some cards this turn for him. All right, we're going to zoom down. I've got a couple things we want Frank to do over there at the Atomic Plant. So let's get to it. So yes, a very quick recap. Frank can spend a karma token. He has the special card from the Adventure Anti-Saloon, and he can go anywhere on the board he wants because he can get a motorcycle ride from the person he helped out there. Of course, 7 actions. He has visions, which means he has 3 mutation. If you have 5 or more, you die and turn into a monstrosity. That's not good. Once per turn, when you're looking at the Raider card, you can discard it, and then you have to use the second card. So if we get a really bad Raider card, he can go ahead and just use the second one. He has flank attack, which is discard to move the leader, any leader, back 1 space. That's really good for keeping him out of last stand. Of course, he has the gyro transports, which he can take himself and any other character to any other space he wants. Lost my train of thought there for a second. So let's go back to the board. A couple of things I want him to do at the Atomic Plant, and then we have to decide what else we want Frank to accomplish on his turn this time. Alright, so Frank has the Trapper ability. He's also the Monstrosity Hunter, and he has delicate hands. We know about those abilities. We've talked about them before. Trapper is what he's going to do right now. He's going to spend one of his actions. He has 3 trap tokens. He's already put one up at Death Maze City. He's going to stick a second trap option on the Atomic Plant. Now that means if road rage gangs and techie mobs show up there, we immediately, the trap is sprung, you take the trap token off the board, and you immediately do an attack whether you're there or not. So he sets a trap for raiders and techies. So that's a pretty good place for him to do that. His second action, of course, will be to try and scavenge this token. And he has a scavenge ability of 3. So we're going to be rolling 3 dice. Of course, we need a 5 or 6 success. And does he do it? He is absolute garbage at scavenging. He gets a 1, a 2, and a 3, so that is an absolute failure. So we can either just dump this token right off the board and see you later, or he has delicate hands. If you fail scavenge him, you may spend a karma token to discard the scavenge token. Instead, you place it back. You know, we're going to do that. Oh, this is so bad. So he has only 1 karma token. Now he has none. So for his third action, he will try scavenging again. So we'll see if we can get a 6. Come on, 5 or 6. This is going to be rolling 6 dice. All we need is 1, 5, or 6. So 3 more dice. There is our 6. So I guess the karma token well spent. And he does succeed the second time now. So that was 3 actions to do it. And he gets a unique artifact. Cool. All right. Let's see what we get for a unique artifact. Those are usually pretty powerful things. They're more powerful, of course, than the common. So for his unique artifact, he gets, ooh, a Marilyn Monroe picture, a portrait of an ancient goddess. And I don't have my glasses. It says, each turn, you may discard 1 defender card from your hand and redraw. Oh, wow. So you can take any defender card you have once per turn. It's not an action either. You just discard it and just draw a different one. Interesting. Okay, I kind of like that. Seems like a pretty decent ability. We may want to do that. So that was 3 actions spent. So he's got that unique artifact. I'm going to zoom the camera out. We're going to take a look at his cards. Maybe there's one we want to dump out and get a different one. And as you can see, the complexity of the game starts mounting once you start getting artifacts and all kinds of special cards and things. So he's got all of these cards. He's got a lot of... We have Bomba down to 4 health. So we might want to keep the Bomba cards. We've got Bramble. We don't have a lot of puke cards. Crank cards. What are useful cards? So he has... Here's the idea. He's got 3 grenade cards, and he only needs 2 to blow up one of those oil and ammo depots. So I think we're going to take one of his grenade cards. Let's take the crank grenade card. So we're going to discard this one, and we're just going to drop a different one. So we're getting rid of the crank grenade card, and we get a Bramble shield card. Okay, 2 shields you can cash in for no charge, for no action. He doesn't have 2 shields, but at least he has 1 now. He can cash them in to get a common artifact. Alright, he has 4 actions remaining. We'll go back to his area, and we have to decide what he wants to do with his remaining 4 actions. Okay, we're going to do some traveling, some fast traveling for Frank. We're going to go ahead and we're going to use the hang glider card. That can let us move 4 spaces, and we can cross solid lines at the same time. Of course, you can't go across diagonal spots. You can't go from like Internet Needle into Scrapyard because it's a diagonal across a point. You have to cross sort of the line itself. So we're going to discard that card. That's going to let Frank move up to 4 spaces. Name of the game is we're trying to create the Lightning of the Ancients. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can do that. So Frank's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 hang glides right into the Weeping Citadel Ridge down here, where of course there is a scavenge token. So that's going to be an action spent. He has 3 actions remaining, and of course we're going to go ahead and we're going to zoom down. We're getting out the dice tray. He's going to try and scavenge this. He has no more karma tokens left, so if he screws it up, off the board it goes. But he is rolling 3 dice. We need a 5 or 6. All right, we're going to zoom down. We're going to get out the dice tray and see if he can scavenge that token. All right, let's see if he has luck scavenging the token. We're going to use 3 dice. We're going to roll them up. We need a 5 or 6. And we get a 5. Oh boy, I was wondering if we were going to do it. We pulled it off. This is most excellent. What is this? This is, oh yes, it's a special token. We have 2 of them, which means when 2 special tokens have been collected, flip this card over. And that's going to allow, that's going to leave, he's going to have 2 actions remaining. Cool. All right, let's take a look at the Lightning of the Ancients card itself. We're going to flip it over and see what it has to say for itself. Alrighty, we have got the active weapon, Lightning of the Ancients. There's a lot of text here. I'll go through it very quickly. Lightning of the Ancients. The weapon has been completed and is now active, while the weapon is actually fired by the militia at last stand. The rangers can target the weapon from any location on the board by spending an action and karma to perform the following. So, of course, Frank is out of karma tokens now, but we'll maybe get some more later. New action, targeting Lightning of the Ancients. A ranger may spend an action and 1 karma to have the weapon attack 1 target from the list below that is on a location adjacent to the ranger. Resolution of the attack depends upon the target, as described below. So if we're attacking raiders adjacent to where our character is, ranger is, that all raiders on the location are slain. Remove them from the board. A monstrosity, you roll 3 dice for each monstrosity. If a 5 plus is rolled on any of the 3 dice, monstrosity is destroyed. That's cool. And the leader, I like this one. Roll 3 dice. Reduce the leader's health by 1 for each die, resulting in a 5 plus. I don't think you can actually kill a leader with this. You can only reduce the leader, I think, down to 1 health. No matter what you do, you actually have to fight them with a ranger in close combat to actually destroy them. Pretty sure that's the rule. And oil and ammo depot automatically destroy all oil and ammo depots on the location targeted. Do not gain the reward for removing a depot. And I cannot remember what the reward is. I think you get cards. I think. All right, we have this now available to us, which is very cool. Midnight Pearl has 3 karma tokens, so that is nice. You'll be able to use that quite a bit. She uses it 3 times. There's no limit. I don't think it says once a turn. All right, we're going to zoom back out. Frank has 2 actions remaining, so let's figure out what we want to do with his final 2 actions. All right, and Frank's final 2 actions, he's going to move 1 action into the Cacti Forest, and with his very last action of all, he is going to pick up the karma token. There's nobody in here, so he's able to do it. Of course, now he's sitting in here in a highly radiated space with a total of 2 radiation icons. So if he rolls his 4 dice, he would need 2 successes or get a mutation. We cannot risk this for Frank. We can't do it because Frank already has a 3 mutation on him, so we're going to go ahead and spend that card that has the gas mask symbol, which means we do not have to roll for radiation and getting a mutation, because he puts on, I guess, his hazmat suit, and that negates having to make that roll. Very cool. So he's sitting down here at Cacti Forest. That's all of his actions. So now it is the end of his turn, which means he's going to be grabbing 2 Defender cards and a Raider card to process. Keeping in mind he has Vision, so if the Raider card is really atrocious, we can dump it, but then he'll have to pick the next one, and we have to do whatever the next one says. Alright, we're going to zoom out and we're going to do that. Alright, I kind of zoomed out here because we want to see Frank is here, and we have Midnight Pearl over here at the old mine. Alright, Frank has to grab 2 cards. I think he's going to have a ton of cards still, so he's got a motorcycle, another Crank grenade card. So now he's got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has 9 cards. You can have a hand size total of 12. He's got 9. He's got lots of grenades. He can blow up some oil ammo depots. Lots of things he can do on his next turn. Of course, Midnight Pearl is going to be going next. And he has a Karma token now. Alright, now we have to process the Raider card. Now, we can dump this if we don't like it. So, Apache Plains. So we're going to get a Road Gang on 16, which is right here. That's not terrible. Box fill. We'll get 2 Earther War Parties. That's up there with Bramble. Gain no overruns. If at least one location has 3 or more techies, Frank gains a tech card. Well, damn it. We have 3 techies here at Anti-Saloon, so Crank would get a tech card. Scavenge Rumor. Add a scavenger token to the U.S. Air Base and Mist City. It still shouldn't be Mystic City. It's Mist City. Just down here. Do we do this? Basically what this card's going to do for us is add a card to Crank, mostly. But we do get 2 more of these scavenge tokens, which could come in very useful for artifacts and such. Do we want to dump this and just risk another card? I don't think we're going to risk another card. We have no overrun. So we're just going to go ahead and process this one. So we get a Road Rage Gang right here at Hard Road. So that's the first one with the leader, and then 2 box fills gets 2 Earther War Parties. That of course was up here with Bramble. See here, and of course none of the leaders moved this time either, so that's good. And then we have a card for Crank. So I guess the 3 dudes here at Hadesville Anti-Saloon have found something for Crank. So, top of the Ancient Tech card. We don't look at these until we actually fight Crank. So he now has 2 Ancient Tech cards. That's going to make him more difficult to take out or give him added buffs, which we won't know about till we fight him, so that's kind of cool. And then Scavenger. Add a Scavenge token to the U.S. Air Base 12, which is at the top of the map. Not quite sure if it's not in camera, but it's way at the top. We know where that is. And Mystic City, which is right at the bottom of the map, over right here where these 2 techies are. So we're going to add a Scavenge token in there as well, and that's the end of our card. So it wasn't horrible. It did pump Crank up a little bit. Alright, that's going to be our episode for today. Like I said, I'm trying to get these up as quickly as I can. I just have so much going on at the moment. I'm trying my best, so I hope you're enjoying this series. It's a pretty fun game to play. A lot of moving parts. I hope I'm not missing things. Again, check the comments, because I do miss things sometimes, screw things up. And in the comments, it usually gets corrected by viewers like you guys. So I appreciate that very much. Alright, thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, and likes. This is Defenders of the Last Stand, and we have now built the Lightning of the Ancients, which I'm sure Midnight Pearl is probably going to use, which will be awesome. So thanks so much, and we'll see you soon for the continuation.